Hey everybody, thought I'd make another quick video here to show you another one of the duties here that I do at Fox. Today I find myself assigned to what's called the co-pilot position, which is kind of like, you know, on a jet airliner you have the pilot and the co-pilot, and they both kind of trade off on duties. Well, it's the same thing here. I'm sort of the backup for the director for the news broadcast today, and part of my responsibilities are obviously to make sure that he has whatever he needs as far as coding and all that stuff for the show, for our automated system, as well as to manually operate equipment, you know, if necessary. So we make sure we, you know, set out microphones, make sure the microphones are working, make sure the audio board's functioning properly, and load the graphics machines, kind of get the airplane ready to fly, so to speak. And then I also operate the cameras during the show, because even though they're robotically controlled, they aren't perfect, you know, so you still have to constantly adjust iris, and depending on what someone's wearing, or maybe frame up a shot or whatever. So I thought I'd just give you a quick run through here of the duties of the co-pilot here at Fox 4 in Dallas, and kind of show you what they are. So here's what the station looks like, the co-pilot station. Okay, as you can see, I sit in the back row here behind the switcher, and this system here sort of wraps around. I got double stacked monitors, and then some routing equipment and stuff over here in the corner. So I guess we'll go ahead and start here on this side. We've got a CCU here. We have one that's called a camera control unit for shading cameras, and this CCU gives you the ability to select any camera you want, and you only have one CCU to control it. So makes it convenient. Back in the day, you used to have a CCU for each and every camera. Nowadays, you can actually just select the camera you want, and you have a master CCU to control it. This here is a robotic control system for panning, tilting, zooming, whatever you want to do with the cameras. I mean, basically the cameras are like little free standing robots. They roll around the floor of the studio, and you can control them here as if you're a camera operator out in the studio. So for this news broadcast, I have 5 cameras at my disposal, and we use them for various shots throughout the show. So obviously this joystick will be for, petting up and down and focusing. This one here is for panning left and right, up and down, tilting up and down, zooming, whatever. And sort of if you're going to run it manually, you can do it from this controller. This monitor works in conjunction with the robotic controls, and you basically have some pre-programmed shots. So let's say, I wanted to go to from a single shot here of our anchor to a 2-shot of the anchor and the weather person, right? Rather than have to control it with the joysticks, I could just look at my monitor here and then just go and select this preset shot, and you'll see the camera will start to zoom out, and it gets that 2-shot. If, oh, no, we need to go back to the anchor, I just basically press this joystick or that preset, and it goes back to the single shot. And we've got shots built for the entire show. Up here at the top, I have what's called a vector scope and waveform monitor. What's funny is there aren't many people left that know how to actually read and operate a vector scope and waveform monitor, but this basically tells us that the color is correct and the video level is correct for broadcast. And you look at this measurement equipment to determine that, and make sure everything looks good, going out over the air. Down here, then I have a computer that, as you can see, I'm running a screensaver right now, so it doesn't go to sleep, but I would, in essence, run my rundown through here, and which is kind of like a schedule of what we're doing in the show with the shots, so I know what's coming up. It'll be on this computer so that I, know what's coming. This thing here is what's called the Bit Central, or the playlist for the automated ELC system. And it's kind of like, when we're running in an automated mode, the show is sort of pre-programmed. The cameras are going to go where they need to, graphics are called up, everything in an automated fashion. But obviously I get to watch this and make sure everything is correct. If the director asks me to change it, we're floating a story, we're moving a story, this is where you make those changes. If somebody's on a different mic, whatever, this is how you kind of what's coming from a hardware standpoint. This up here is Bit Central, and this is where we'll have all of our servers. or tape playout, as they still call it tape, even though there is no tape. Basically we have, I think it's 6 lanes of playout. So you can have up to 6 tapes at a time. So a reporter will talk about a story. Okay, let's throw to the tape. They'll play it through this Bit Central system. And then over here is just basically a monitor where I could call up sources. So if he needs a source, let's say there's some breaking news source, I can actually call it up here on this router. So like, for instance, this is what on the network right now, it's Fox News Live or Fox Now or whatever. I could call up any of these, sources here by just pressing these buttons. Okay. Or we also have scan converters. So if something comes across the computer, we've got various remotes. I have, full control of everything that we're doing through this little router, and I can call stuff up for the director, hence why you're called a CoPilot. And of course, below that is our PL system, so I can talk to anybody in the building. Typically, when we're in an automated mode, there's maybe 4 or 5 people on the headsets, and of course the anchors. We can also talk to the anchors, but also monitor remotes, talk to them on their IFBs and everything, all from one centralized command center. So that's what the PL system, as they call it, is, which we jokingly call PL for party line, which basically means you wear, a headset, and you have your headset on and you can talk to everybody. So we tend to, while we're doing our jobs, everybody tends to put these headsets on and they're joking around, that kind of stuff. So anyway, I just thought you might enjoy a quick little sort of run through of what a CoPilot does, or what they call a CoPilot. Back in the day, this position would probably be called RoboCam, but then you would only be running cameras, and nowadays it just isn't like that. You're multitasking in many areas. So you're running cameras, you're mixing audio, you're programming the show, you're framing shots, you're shading the shots, you're moving things around in the order as they float and add stories. So there's a lot more to it now. So there's less people doing more stuff. And that's unfortunately the reality of the television business. So anyway, I thought I would just give you a quick run through of that. I hope you're doing well, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.